Hello, welcome back, guys. We are here with episode 2 of chapter 1 Obsession. So, in Rajasthan, India, the sun was burning at its peak today, but the Bansal household was bustling with activity as people were busy decorating the house and arranging things for the marriage of their eldest daughter. Rishabh Bansal, the head of the family, was occupied with making phone calls and arranging extra money for the wedding. As a government school teacher, his salary was minimal. Meanwhile, the lady of the house, Minnie Bansal, was busy receiving the guest. Jahanki beta, where is Eva? Minnie asked her youngest daughter. She is in her room, ma, Jahanki said, irritated at her mother for interrupting her game. Ask Mathili to bring your elder sister here. Guests are asking for her, Minnie said. For what? So that they can taunt her about her skin color and body? Jahanki asked in an angry tone, knowing how much her sister gets hurt by their comments. Don't raise your voice at me, or else it will be my sandals that are going to talk to you, Minnie said, fed up with her attitude, but she too knows how much society judges her elder daughter for having a different skin color than her family. Ma, she's with Aina Di. I think they are going to the temple, Jahanki said, her voice betraying her fear of her mother. Okay, tell them to hurry back after visiting the temple. We need to prepare for tomorrow's Mehndi ceremony, Minnie replied before heading off to make tea. In the room, a girl in her mid-twenties, donned in a white anarkali suit which complemented her fair skin tone. After a final check in the mirror, she searched for her best friend, sighing in annoyance when she found her. This girl was none other than Aina Sharma. She looked at her friend and asked, faking anger, Aina's dress. Eva, her voice was louder than intended, breaking the trance of the other girl in the room, who sat beside the window, gazing at the sun. Why are you shouting, Aina? The girl asked in her soft tone. What else should I do? I've been calling you for the past 5 minutes and you weren't answering. By the way, why are you staring at the sun? Aina asked, pointing out her friend's strange behavior. Don't you see that burning sun? Look at it. It's so powerful yet kind. If the sun wanted, it could burn down the earth, but still it's spreading its light for us. I want to be like the sun, the girl said, still admiring the sun. I always thought you had some problems, but now you have just confirmed to me that you are mad, Aina said, shaking her head, and the girl smiled at her dramatic antics. Let's go now. It's already getting late for the puja, Aina said, and she nodded her head and went to change. Eva Bansal was the eldest daughter of the family. After getting ready in her dark red anarkali suit, the two of them went to the Shiv Mandir. The whole Bansal family were believers of Lord Ram except Eva. She was a staunch believer of Lord Shiva. From a young age, she started admiring and believing in Lord Shiva. That is one of the reasons she loves dancing and painting. However, her parents were against her passion. They wanted her to study and have a government job just like her father. That's why she is a primary teacher today at a government school. She was always taunted for her brown skin and curved body by her relatives and friends. They even made jokes about her, which hurt her deeply, but as she grew up, she masked her emotions well. She tried to avoid any kind of public gathering to not make herself the center of everyone's attention. Her brown skin, brown hair, and almond eyes reflected her innocence, but she was not aware of her beauty. In the whole Bansal family, only she has brown skin, and her relatives joked that she was adopted, not knowing that it was creating a great impact on Little Eva's mind. She has always been on the shorter side, being 5.5. Jahanki was an inch taller than her. She had the perfect curves with thick thighs, so she was categorized outside the perfect measure by our society. But she was only healthy according to her height and age. However, our society was not ready to understand this, which is why she has been rejected by many people for marriage. Indian society was a mixture of cultures and languages, but it was also filled with judgmental eyes. After reaching the temple, the two went to perform the aarti and then processed to pray. Both closed their eyes. Shivji, you know me better than I know myself. I'm about to embark on a big journey, but I'm not sure if I'm ready for this change. You've been there for me in every phase of my life. Please keep your blessings on me this time too. Eva prayed intently with her eyes closed. After praying, the two went to sit on the steps of the temple. Now, tell me what's bothering you, Aina asked. Eva could hide her emotions from anyone except Aina. She was her best friend who had stuck with her since childhood. I don't know how I feel about this marriage. I'm not feeling the excitement, the blushing, and all the other things a bride would typically feel, Eva said. Then tell me, what are you actually feeling? Aina asked, understanding her condition. I feel like I'm going to be freed from one cage only to be put into another, Eva said, controlling her tears. Then why did you say yes to the marriage? Aina asked. Ma and Papa were happy that finally someone said yes to marry me after the constant rejections, and I didn't want to ruin their happiness, Eva said, looking down. Oh, then what about your happiness? And what about Sharavan? Have you guys talked to each other? Aina inquired worriedly. I tried to call him many times, but he always had an excuse of being busy. So I stopped bothering him. His calls or messages haven't come through yet. Eva said with a sad smile, that jerk. I'm going to kill him for making you sad. Aina cursed Sharavan Kumar, Eva's fiance. You don't have to. I'm already experienced in this. I think I can manage some ignorance, Eva said while clutching the Rudraksha pendant in her palms. I hope someone kidnaps you and the marriage breaks. Then you don't have to marry that idiot. Aina exclaimed angrily. I don't want anything like that to happen. You know, Papa, he would die of shame if something happened to our family name. His pride is very important to him, and I have two younger sisters. And why would someone kidnap me? Eva said, because, girl, you are stunningly gorgeous. If we were in a historical era, the king would have fallen in love with you the moment his eyes met yours. And more than that, you have a heart of gold. If I were a man, I would marry you in the blink of an eye. It's just that you are not acknowledging your worth. Aina tried to reassure her best friend. Hey, don't curse while we are still inside the temple. Eva scolded her, to which Aina rolled her eyes. Now let's go. I need to buy some bangles for myself, Aina exclaimed suddenly excitedly. Yes, I also need new anklets, Eva said. The two left from there and were crossing the road when suddenly a car came in their direction. Eva pushed Aina out of the way but was about to move when the car neared her. She closed her eyes tightly, expecting a hit, but the car stopped abruptly beside her. Hey, are you okay, child? Someone asked, making her open her eyes. तुम पागल हो क्या? ऐसे कौन करता है? अगर कुछ हो जाता तो? Aina, who reached beside her, scolded her for her ignorance before checking her for any injuries and then hugged her tightly. Are you crazy? Who does this? What if something had happened? Eva broke the hug as she noticed the man who asked her earlier was still looking at her. I'm okay, don't worry, she replied politely. That's when Aina noticed the man properly who was driving the car. आंखें नहीं हैं आपके, देखकर नहीं चला सकते हो क्या? अगर इसको कुछ हो जाता तो? शी वॉज स्कॉल्डिंग द पुअर मैन फॉर नॉट ड्राइविंग प्रॉपरली व्हेन इट वॉज देयर फॉल्ट, for not crossing the road without looking. But the man didn't say anything and just stood there. Do you not have eyes? Can't you walk by looking? What if something happened to her? Eva, who noticed the turban and lion symbol on his dress, understood that he was the driver of the royals. She looked at the front and found that there was a row of cars stopped in the middle because of them. She pulled Aina by her hand and whispered in her ear, "Stop scolding him. We are stopping the king's driver. Let it be. More than that, it was our fault, not his. Let's go." Aina stopped as she heard about the king. Her heart started to beat fast, but she didn't dare to look towards the car. Holding Eva's hand in a tight grip, she went from there. She left her hand as they entered the bazaar. They went to a shop for many bangles and anklets. As they were passing through a shop, Eva stopped there looking at the art supplies. She loves art and painting, but her parents never allowed her to pursue her dream. Neither did they allow her to dance. These two were her passions, but she buried them because of her family who never encouraged her. Aina, who noticed her sadness, brought two ghungroos from the shop and said in excitement, "Let me make you happy, my Eva." She placed the ghungru on Eva's palm, who smiled brightly at her. "Let's go," Aina said, and Eva nodded her head in agreement. Then the two best friends started running towards their destination. It was not so far. After running for some time, they reached beside a lake which had a beautiful fort. They looked at each other and nodded in excitement. Wearing the ghungroos on their ankles, they stood in the middle of the fort and started dancing to the song Ghar More Pardesiya. There each step was smooth and filled with grace. Captivating, Eva enjoyed dancing, a beautiful smile on her face. The two beauties danced to their hearts' content, not knowing that they were being admired by two kings. One who is king of Udaipur, and the other was the Mafia king whose eyes held a determination to win the beauty in red. So here the second episode ended, and we will meet tomorrow with a new episode. Till then, like, share, subscribe, and show some support, please. Bye bye.